No, Fatima Bio, in the call. Money to move, but no truth at all. Speaker Bundu allegations they fly. Clerk of Parliament caught in the lie. But we are no go turn blind. We go stand for the truth, no matter the grind. 4 years of light, we shine bright. We are not the truth, we hold the fight. For the people we go always strive. But corruption they hide, no they thrive. The opposition weak and confused. Them voices divided, the people abused. No unity, no strength to stand. Them always fail the people's demand. Civil society wants a strong voice. Now them biased, sway with power's choice. No more truth, all for sure. We are go fight, we still the glow. The presidential guards them stand so tall. But human rights, you know the call. Them beat the weak, silence the truth. We are no go rest, we go the youth. We are for years, but don't bring the sound of justice, of truth, all the way around. Through corruption, through the lies, we are still the rise, we still the fly. Together we go stand, for change we fight. We are forever, we the hold the line.
All right, good morning and welcome to a program where we call Correct Right on. We are on YouTube and on Facebook. So we discuss issue the front page of the different newspaper them. They pull nado for the morning. After we can look at what the paper them say, we can come back and bring people them inside where they can help we follow we discuss the different issue them. Sometimes they you find out say issue them knocking down at the paper them, but we feel say very much important, so we can talk about them. Of course, two very much important things and then at the ground right now. The issue of the Salon Guinea thing where they go on. Deport me or deport you. That issue then a ground where we begin see the happen day for yesterday. And today at the press conference, they go actually discuss that issue there. Of course, we go link them up. And of course, this now festive season. Now the same way people and they say Happy New Year, Happy Christmas, me not die, but you get to be very, very much careful the way how you they use the road. So in other words, we they talk about the road safety. Waiting then at the ground where we need for be very much careful with. Let you not left sink there and then sink for you tomorrow by. We go first and watch waiting day now the paper them. And inside the first paper this morning when the Nature newspaper say fire disaster destroys goods worth millions of leones. World Bank country manager receives environmental care award. EU boost to the energy sector. And other story, former chief of defense staff bids farewell. President Bio challenges youth to drive positive change, and SLP prepares for transition. The City Hunter newspaper MMTU matriculate 2,848, and you as well get Dendon Sakam. Justice Brown Mark kicked out. Justice Combat Commander comes in. Justice Edwards turns diplomat. We go to the next one. Modern series. World Bank approves $80 million to enhance macroeconomic stability in Sierra Leone. EU provides 20 million euros to support solar mini-grids development in Sierra Leone. Newly appointed ambassador presents credentials to President Mada Bio. HRCSL enhances capacity of commissioners and staff. on SRHR and gender equality. We go to the next one. Salon Compass assuring justice in the Toke land saga. Lands Committee Chairman talks tough. Parliament tables landmark bill for reproductive health. And other story them for you inside this paper. The next one are the Heritage newspaper, ACC and Consortium on accountability sign MOU to fight corruption. First Lady launches the People's Development Foundation. The Concord Times newspaper, deportation of Leoneans from Guinea may spark rift. BO appoints Justice Commander as new CJ. Bill to save lives of women goes to Parliament. And the next one, now the Premier News, bill to save women lives comes to Parliament. A new Attorney General takes oath of office. 2-year result, a leap forward for learning in Sierra Leone. Parliament summons sport officials. In the next one, now the Indigenous newspaper, we say Dr. Sarah Bonkapre Koroma, a Unimtech alumna, returned to give back. Okay, we go to the next paper. We're an Independent Observer, Mr. President. Can we talk? Part 69. APC USA Chairman Sufyan Kaloko calls for party unity. Landmark reproductive health bill tabled in Parliament. And Oracle newspaper, intruders within the SLPP. Marabio, not a bad president. And you get Bigetel imprisonment spark. Nationwide protest. Citizen demand justice. Dr. Richard Conte launches RK7 Foundation in Freetown to continue son's philanthropic work. And Kisii Police Division welcomes new leadership under CSP Bob Musa, focuses on reform and peace during holidays. And you get other story then for inside this edition of the Oracle newspaper. The New Citizen newspaper. Is the Mano River Union dead? At Civic Festival, okay. JFK bags Human Rights Award. EBK Trophy, a 15-year tradition uniting football fans. And the next one inside the program, now the AZ newspaper, First Lady celebrates cultural unity. President Bio appoints new Chief Justice. Safe Motherhood Bill to pass in Parliament. New Attorney General takes oath of office. Ministry of Foreign Affairs capacitates staffs. And the Vantage newspaper, Bio's government abandons 42 federal road project. NSA to face Parliament today. Rashid Esquire receives 2 outstanding awards. And Charles Mambu and co-advocate for stranded Sierra Leoneans. Gleaner newspaper, US announces $292 million for 105 megawatts NAND project in Freetown. You as well get Otuwa celebrates Sierra Leone's funding boost of health care. And Sabino's Brain Jota and other to light up EcoFest 2024. You get the next paper on the Times newspaper as committee chairman pledged support to probe Toke and debacle. Judgment Day for Land Minister Eminent. And APC and SLPP MP commits to support approval of Safe Motherhood Bill. And other story for inside this edition of the Times newspaper. The News Times Daily celebrating graduate at Miltimaga University. Dr. Fatima Bio champions gender equality and child protection. At Salon Civic Festival, President Bio challenges youth to lead national transformation. FBC hosts seminar on improving English language performance. Former President Wives Unite to transform Africa's future. Now, all this we get inside the program this morning, of course. We take short break and we get them inside the program this morning. And one for telling all thank you for Ona Batowi yesterday inside the program, inside the launch of the new channel where na the Riyadh simply retelling. We are simply retelling. We want to appreciate Una so much. I put the link for you where miss them out. I can understand when it comes for politics. Oh, we had nobody like we dey inside the end with the tie we oja, we tie we belt, better one. But when it comes for other things, then we can just say, okay, we'll watch her later. But still, we appreciate Una so much. Because when we start this, we had proper, and then we say, let we do live, now like 5 people, 15 people, 20 people, max. Then they watch them. I can remember when I start the COVID, the corona term for begin do live for the update people about how it happen on the other side, which are the number daily counts down 5, 15, 20 max. Say we begin the first time, and then we reach to this point where if you get max where they watch 3 grand, 3,000, I mean, and then you get the then least week you watch 900, 1,000 for now. So you see. Now it's time and with dedication, we go reach there. And this one, where we don't put so yesterday, not for Salon no more, now for the world all over. So now Una, they take them and send them to the world. And guess what? Where we don't go now the world and we don't make the mark, we come back, bien, usa we work with food, and begin see how we can able for projects we young country, whatever things them they happen inside there, not the world. Not to politics, so we not to touch politics inside that at all. But rather we get for the look at the attractive sites them, we get for the look at them, then tourist places them will get inside. Anyhow it be, we country as well beautiful. Just that we get things the way they happen, we're not beautiful, but we country beautiful. And that's as well we get for the send them to the world, for let the world see our salon really beautiful. So Batowi, yeah. We remember say we did do this program not out of badat, not out of say we know only this be this, will this be this. No, we did one because government did do things them where we feel say not correct, and that make we did one for correct them if they get sense and get mind on their own. So we have to appreciate Tuna, but still they can put the link down in the comment section for let you when not watch it, go watch it, and please not only watch them. Like the program, and then you as well left your comments of the movie where you want to follow we recap, okay? So we want to tell you thank you. When it comes to we guest them inside the show, G Snow, please stay with me and make sure say you hit the like and share button. My name is Sebepie, the Freedom Fighter. I'll be back soon.
From Salon we rise, why aren't we to shine? Bringing light, holding truth, we the fight for time. 4 years strong, we stand proud. For the people we voice, we love. But in the offices, corruption they grow. Presidents and first ladies, secrets we know. Fatima Bio, in name they call. Money to move, but no truth at all. Speaker Bundu, allegations they fly. Clerk of Parliament, caught in the lie. But we are no go tongue blind. We go stand for the truth, no matter the grind. 4 years of light, we shine bright. We are not the truth, we hold the fight. For the people we go always strive. But corruption they hide, no they thrive. The opposition weak and confused. Them voices divided, the people abused. No unity, no strength to stand. Them always fail the people's demand. Civil society wants a strong voice. Now them biased, sway with power's choice. No more truth, all for sure. We are go fight, we still the glow. Presidential guards, them stand so tall. But human rights, you know the call. Them beat the weak, silence the truth. We are no go rest, we go the youth. We had for years.
Okay, welcome back. You still the watch Colres. Now we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Yeah. Also we discuss different things them we don't happen. Of course, the main focus of this program this morning, you know, a day and then other things them day inside the program. Of course, one of cities, you know, salon post in them. So we get for touch on them little bit, then we pass, jump and pass for go somewhere else. Okay. So inside the program this morning, we actually don't get two people them. We don't join me inside the program, so I will actually introduce them how they come to we na the program this morning. All right, so the first person we get, in name now Victor Akumengot, we they with we inside the program. Of course, you know, say where we they talk about, you know, festive season, they talk about transport, you know, now they go to person this, yeah, for we are. In other words, now the person this way we can consider say, well, now a consultant, but we're not in consult. I mean, we're not in get consultancy fee, but we can reach and see how best they can come and analyze the different issues when it comes to transport business. So, Victor, good morning.
Good morning, we had good morning, Pierre. Good morning to people them. And in Pierre, Fumami no, Bundesha Wana in Akusha. So, Namina Victor Mengo, the talk to you from the UK.
All right, that's beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, so inside the program as well, we get another person with you inside the program. In name na King Capri Tala and Talaba, sorry, King Capri Talaba, and in the with the road safety watch and the transport management, and same way so in the president of Civil Society Union na Salon. Good morning and welcome to the program, King Capri.
Yes, good morning. Of course, the name na a typical Pan-African name.
Sorry, I not get the name clear. I not get the name clear.
King Kapr Taliba. Tali.
Oh, Tale. Okay. All right.
Yes.
King Kapr Tale. Welcome.
Of course, we have now one of the biggest network na salon and globally, and we know the impact where we are don't contribute in information management na salon, especially in addressing national issues in this country. I appreciate and it's a pleasure being part of We Had program this morning.
All right, so the program na Colres actually. So who's tell us it's Colres?
Well, Colres, the time we go to school early morning, we attend RC Low Star, we go school. And it's here, the left, I go back, I go call me paddy and I school, come back. So like, not see where the part of. So, Colres is a part of the African system. So, like me, so mina one of the beneficiaries of Colres. So, Colres is part of my life, although it don't say small, I eat them, but it's a part of African food.
Okay. All right, thank you. So, let's start the program quickly. And Victor and Kapper, I want to let we move a bit from waiting at the real focus where we can discuss. But I ask on our opinion, on our views into this. Then today's year we see this jiggy-jagger between Guinea and Salon, where say Guinea takes Salon people them from the country and then can leave them at the border, where this being can stand off at the border. And later, you know, the government been taking them people and they inside. But again, we see Usai Salon self don't begin do the same thing, you know, for Geda people them where they believe say they not get proper documents where the name the way they come up now, the full of them, for example, say, well, we don't know what they intend for do with them because then just get struck, they go all around and get them. So waiting now on a take in this kind of thing where they go on so right now. Victor, let's start with you quickly.
Okay, Pierre, one of the two you know me are the way boku art.
Okay.
And this now also my area because I've been work with the ECOWAS for look at issue to deal with joint border operation because then they can side, free movement of citizens and trade facilitation.
Okay.
So some of them things that I would do because we government and the Guinean government don't sign protocols. And we therefore adhere to them. And when we sign them protocols, they will have free movement of citizens. Within the ECOWAS law say, it said every citizen within the 15 states of ECOWAS could move to another country visa-free for 90 days. If you want there for more than that, you go extend them for a further 90 days. But after that, you get a resident permit in that country there. If you not get that resident permit there, it means say, which would they call oversee, you apply under, you not overstay. Now make so the second way they do as of 2011, each ECOWAS country gets a biometric identity card. So Salone gets one recently, and that biometric identity card, they now you take travel instead of passport. So when any citizen go to any country, and also if you look at Salone, we get 3 identity cards. We get national identity, we get identity card for residents them. So all residents in Sierra Leone get for register with the immigration and on an annual basis. The same with Guinea. So anybody will flout that rule, both national and regional, they do against the law. So the host country get the right for remove them people in there. So enough of it tit for tat. When we do them thing in there, now look at international protocol and national laws them to deal with residents from any other part of the world, not just Guinea.
All right. So with this kind of thing where they happen so now, what in this go mean for the 2 countries then?
Well, there's a lot of commonality between Guinea. Because if you say you want to round up people, from what you're hearing at the news, they say not full of people and they round up. Right? But then you have Madingos from Guinea, where they saloon as well. You get Soso them, where they Guinea, where they saloon. So you don't go just pick on one group of people and say because the other one do them thing and they we say for retaliate. Me, I feel to say, you know, right. Then I'm your personal opinion.
All right.
Government can say, okay, we dey look at all people that win a non-Sierra Leoneans, we not get resident permits. Then you know go do it like because of reaction of what happened at Guinea. And Guinea then give a reason why they do it. Because from what you say, they say a slum clearance, and the Sierra Leoneans will get Guinea. This is not the law. If you get Guinea, you forget resident permit from the Guinean government. If you don't get resident permit, you are an overstayer. The country get right for send you go back to your country.
So other person will say, well, the same thing apply to Salone. If you don't take some time, you forget your resident permit. If you not get you yourself not oversteer. So then need for do the same thing like what in Guinea do.
Yes, they can do it, but let it not be say they target one community. That's the issue, because I don't know, but with the report what they get, right, it's like they say that the fuller community. And then because key thing is we get a substantial number of fullers there at Salone, right? One of the key things, how do you distinguish between a Salone fuller and a Guinea fuller? The only thing that true identity. Now makes all man forget identity. If you're not a Sierra Leone citizen, get your citizen identity. If you're not a Guinean citizen who resident at Salone, get you what you can call alien identity. So the responsibility now you and the individual for make sure say we in that country there, you safe and you follow the law. Now just like we were in Europe, me don't in England for 45 years. You understand? So I mean, if I there I not get the necessary rights for there, they can pull me and send me over. Would they waiting Donald Trump don't say? And they can send all the non-resident immigrants, the undocumented immigrants for America. So that is the rule. It is worldwide. Let us not just limit it to Salone and Guinea. Let both countries do what is right according to the national law and ECOWAS protocol.
But again, waiting. Well, like me particularly, please clean this thing in my mind. You know, if Guinea don't do this thing, yeah, we don't create something. And then we self go do them immediately. It's like, nah, we try for test. The 2 countries they try for test them, power them. You been feeling at the right time this Salone be need for do them back, or then be need for CMBs and they able for arrange where the dust don't settle and them self puts their foot down for make sure say then do them things there.
Well, you can't fight fire for fire. That's Namio issue. Yeah. We got other issues than Guinea. Take for instance, with the long years of the Yenga thing. Why we not get knee-jerk reaction to Yenga? You understand? Then they spend it. Then they come under the ECOWAS protocol of border control and border management. Because you get people that within that Yenga area there, we are both Sierra Leone and Guineans. But we they use diplomacy for deal with that issue there. So why we say have not been for use diplomacy and not just react at this time? The timing is wrong, in my opinion. Yeah. Because whether it's for the good, people are going to interpret and say, a tit for tat way we behave.
Yeah. Okay, continue for the with we inside the program, Victor Akumengot. And let me come to Tala. Talaba, good morning again. Please tell me, what's your own take on this issue?
Yeah. Yes, of course, we get to the call global. And when we talk about global network here, we mean say every country get right to get a consular na any other country in the world. So Sierra Leone gets a consulate office in Guinea, and we believe say in bilateral relationship, meaning these now 3 neighboring countries. We are talking about neighboring countries where now like you neighbor. And mind you, we know what it means for let somebody be a neighbor. So somebody, a neighbor and somebody we get for be very, very be careful with. And I be expect say the Guinean government for don't work in consulates with the consular na Guinea, where a consulate for Sierra Leone, gets the embassy involved in this whole program. Mind you, every country gets an obligation for protect foreign nationals, whether they can legally or illegally. Every country signed to that obligation in international treaty. So what we expect Indian government was involve the ambassador na Guinea, when the Sierra Leone ambassador, go meet with them people in that slum day, give them time frame and say, Mr. or Madam, ambassador, from now to next week, then people are want let them come here under unayon, purview. And if them people are not come here, they take a drastic measure against them. So that's what we expect from the Guinean government. By then, definitely, governments will do anything with that. So it was a poor communication between the Guinean government and the Sierra Leone government. So, like in the Sierra Leone government, anything so far where they happen at Guinea, they forget the communication of all what they happen at Guinea and that. But unfortunately, they never get that officer there. So that's a poor communication network between the Guinean government, the Sierra Leone government, and as well, like when this thing happens, so the government of Sierra Leone through the Foreign Affairs Ministry for go back and engage the Guinean government. And if this thing not happen, so what do we expect as neighboring countries? Because we are talking about the Manor River Union. Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Liberia get a close tie through the Manor River Union. And then kind of see that begin happen. So the last time we say we Guinea, they lock border per Salon for 3 months. We get goods away, Sierra Leone for transport out for run a business. Then at the border, then spoil. We know nothing from the Sierra Leone government. Sierra Leone government not take any responsibility for engage the Guinean government and tell them the bad things the way Guinea gets. They live among them 3 countries there. The Fula, the Soso, the Maningo, they were not so the way they live among the 3 countries, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Liberia. So if trouble with that kind of way, it's bad. And we also not expect Sierra Leone people or Sierra Leone government for retaliate the way Guinea and so we know that's a bad thing. And right. We expect the Sierra Leone government for engage Guinea so that we know we'll get that. An eye for an eye and a tooth for that. No, that's too bad. So the 2 governments don't do things so we don't go well. And me, I get for talk, I'm outright clear. Waiting Guinea governments don't do to Sierra Leone, they don't take younger. Sierra Leone government not able to do anything so far for letting able to reclaim Yenga. And we know the importance, the significant role where Yenga gets to Sierra Leone. Tell me anything about Yenga. And here is the situation, the Guinean government don't lock border against Sierra Leone for 3 months. Sierra Leone not gets anything for do so far. So this is another situation where whether the people that live legally or illegally in Guinea, hence they are foreign nationals. The Guinean government gets an obligation for protect them and work with the other country for make sure say even if they repatriate them, they get for repatriate them in that kind of civilized manner, not that kind of hooliganism and barbaric manner, whether they for repatriate. we
All right.
alternate through that kind of way.
Okay, continue further with you inside the program. So now we'll move away from this one quickly, yeah, and we go again to something where gets to do with the transport sector, because all of this gets to do with the transport. So let's drop now proper one into this festive season. Now, Victor, then the government don't actually get a little bit of shake up in the transport sector. The internal affairs ministry, yes, the transport sector, they're under them as well. You get the one where we get a particular you get shake in the transport sector. Also, you get Abu, for example. They can have the transport sector when I be the resident minister, now the north and other things them. So with this kind of adjustment, yeah, because now you see we get more Elengo as well don't come inside the scene again from long term, old time police officer, and all. With this kind of small adjustment in the transport sector, you think say Salon people for the best?
Well, we get an English saying, if it's true, new broom sweeps clean. Mm-hmm. But for me as a transport person and somebody when the monitor, not to the individual and the thing, now the institutions there, mm-hmm. and how then they work together. Because when we talk about transport, we talk particularly about this time, the road safety on the road transport. Right? And we get 5 areas where they talk about safety. Mm-hmm. 1, they talk about the institutional setup, road safety management, how the institutions and they work together, waiting at the laws. Say, I don't know, get Boku laws. I can go into that. But if you look at it now, Mori Lengo is Minister of Internal Affairs. He's in charge of SLRSA, mm-hmm. Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority. When they get license, they get a road safety corps. Now, we don't create a new authority when at the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority, which was created by an act of parliament in 2023, where we don't get a new chairman subject to approval by parliament, where Mr. Abu Kouma, mm-hmm. former minister for the North. Mm-hmm. People like get for know waiting do we get the authority there and waiting at the authority in responsibility. We campus safety. We get an authority, they say we want a single authority for manage all forms of public transport, which is Okada, Keke, taxi, buses, Puda, and that same authority they get for set standards, vehicle standards, driving standards, how you get license, how much fare you get for pay, waiting at the time. So this is completely new. But they have to work with the other existing authorities and for safety. SLRA for infrastructure, SLRSA for driver license. So how they want to work together is a key issue. The other key challenge is to deal with education. How do we train our drivers? How do we license a driver? Because most accidents are through human error. Now, I'm hopeful in a sense that more Lengo we can say now, when we the police, even develop an innovative system for test driver the knowledge when at the monopoly board. But let's see how inside get for work together with the Minister of Transport and SLRSA. Because SLRSA now they get responsibility. So now the institutions, the laws, the education, and also the design we road now important. Individuals can make a change. But if the institutions are not there, we not get proper enforcement, we not educate driver, we not design we roads for such people, and I don't feel say any other change will be from what we don't see.
So the question is, the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority, we be actually need them taking into consideration the SLRSA day, the SLRTC day, and other one them day. You get the Ministry of Transport. This not another duplication. Waiting have been the role of the Ministry of Transport, and waiting how different the Ministry of Transport will work with the Ministry how different the Ministry of Transport in work will be from this of the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority. In as much as the two are two different level and they, but how different the work could be.
No, but you see, the way you go look at the Ministry of Transport and the oversight ministry.
Yes.
Right? Like if you take police now, the oversight ministry in the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Mm-hmm. If you take Roads Authority, the oversight ministry, the Ministry of Works and Public Assets. So these are what you call parastatals. Now, if you ask, is there a need for a Salone Public Transport Authority, and why then bring and come? The creation or the establishment of the Salone Public Transport Authority. Now, part of that project, we all don't know, we call IROM, when are the Integrated Resilient Urban Mobility Project funded by the World Bank. We get very many components. Now I'm bring Wakafine bus. Now that same project, then I pay for the terminal now Lumley. Now that same project, they pay for their overhead bridges there. Now that same project, they pay for the traffic light. So what is there about? Before IROM come, Road Transport Corporation, they may run bus, but they're also a regulator. And they may share that regulatory role there with Salone Road Safety Authority. So then say, okay, now look, get one separate authority when I there for public transport, when I do everything for determining standards, but they're not work in isolation. They get for work, because for instance, SLRSA was still responsible for give driver license. They were still responsible for vehicle roadworthiness tests. But when it comes to regulating public transport, now make sure they create the authority there. Now they will give route license. So all the responsibility will be needed to SLRSA for regulate public transport, it don't transfer to this new authority. That is the thinking behind it.
So SLRSA go just there for the infrastructure?
No, SLRSA, which is Salone Road Safety Authority, then go continue for the G license, because now they get the responsibility for do driver testing.
Yeah,
which
so now that's I
about.
don't understand. Then go continue for the G license, but you know the transport authority, you say go the G route license. What's the difference? I don't understand.
Okay, when they talk about SLRSA license, the license where they talk now driver license, that is your permission to drive, and vehicle license, that is permission to operate a vehicle on the road. Right? That's different. The roads, the public transport authority, when they talk about, if you look at the system now, before the public transport authority come, you can get SLRS and they do that job. If you remember then taxi them, you can get taxi there where they operate in the west, taxi there where they operate in the east. The Poda themselves being get routes there, like down the way they go Lumley.
Yes.
Down, so now down in the routes, now in the routes license for determine who say you operate your public transport.
Okay.
But the new thing where they come under this authority, we not been there before, they now get forget what you call operator's license. So you get forget a license for operating a commercial vehicle. Then at the new thing we come. And forget the operator license. Now this public transport authority, now they set the standards in terms of the vehicle where you forget, the training where you driver forget, the things that insurance, maintenance, all that. So that's the difference.
Continue further with you inside. Victor Akumengo. Hello, come again to Talaba. Talaba, you know, what do you think? You as well there in the transport sector. What do you think about the adjustment in the transport sector? You don't get, for example, the Minister of Internal Affairs, when an old policeman, Moilengo, and you as well don't get Abu, we don't come with this new authority as chairman, when at the Salone Public Transport Authority. What do now you take? You think, say, we for expect better things them where it can to the road for it be safe for people?
Transports, the Ministry of Transport, now in the key institution where they regulate all activities in the transport sector. And in the transport sector, we get up to 23 transport institutions the way for work together for make sure civilized and a modern system of transportation. And me, as a civil society activist, we don't involved in the transport sector from 2013 to this moment where I talk to you, so get a vast experience on how the issues in the transport sector should be addressed in the interest of all Leoneans. With it, to control traders then at the streets, where supposed for sell traders say enough for pack, enough for selling market to sell people. Anybody will sell market who's costing 400,000. That's responsibility of city council. We get the the prices of petrol. We all see how the price of petrol don't affect transportation at this country negatively. And we don't talk so much and so many times for we draw the attention of the government and say the price of the petrol is high. The government need to put down as 15 loans, but the government not able to listen to the civil society. We also get the SLRSA, which is the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, where they're in charge for maintaining the law and order in terms of for respect road signs and road laws. And ironically, the 2007 Traffic Act, you see the role of the institution, and the final say each of the institution not a focus in maintaining roads in the country, but each of the institution they focus in how they maximize profits at the expense of the one way they use the road. In the sense, if the SLRSA, which is in charge of, in fact, the lead institution in terms of road safety in this country, when you look at the road, a policy. Now the SLRSA is the lead institution in terms of sensitization, in terms of any other activity we get for do with road safety. It is the responsibility of the SLRSA for being the lead institution. We see where SLRSA tradition, like in 2016, we get a very robust team for SLRSA. That was the best team ever. We don't ever operate in the transport sector. 2016, we get all the stakeholders that we come together and clear the main streets in Freetown, especially during Christmas. From 2016, we do in 2016. We do in 2019. From then, 10 and we left for Duam. Today, in fact, if we do now, we do in isolation. Not all institutions are invited, including we own organization. So if there if we forget a collaboration in the transport sector, for we ensure say the Sierra Leoneans and the workers safely, the Sierra Leoneans and they move safely from one point to the other, so that we go reduce these road crashes or these accidents. But we find out say things are not moving. Things are not moving in the transport sector. So even if they forget appointments, like when the president appoints people, and so we as civil society, we feel say there is nothing good, there is nothing impactful that for happen at the transport sector, positive, they take place at the transport sector. So we don't know what this person here for bring, but we're not hopeful. We are not hopeful at all. Yeah, the Iron Project gets a program of its own, supported by the World Bank, which is $51 million. Yeah, the $1 million, $50 million, the $2 million is provided by the government of Sierra Leone. So the Iron Project, in terms of Wakafine project, in terms of, reviewing the streets where they make them pedestrian path, they will say people that they cross over, they overhead bridge there. That's a project of its own under the Iron Project funded by the World Bank. Me, a part of that project today, I was there from 2019. Even though time go now, they're not being invited to the organization again for participate in them projects and they. So what we don't observe in Sierra Leone system of governance, they find out say collaboration or they take place, it not get a cycle of activities the way they continue, then they start program, they find, but for let them continue. Now, not a problem, yeah? Now, looking at the SLRA not for do anything without the involvement of the SLRSA. Many times, people they misunderstand the function of the SLRA and that of the SLRSA. The SLRA now they're in charge for make road, for put road signs. Now they're in charge for that. But we don't see quite a couple of, weeks ago, where SLRA they come for maintain some road and main road like Shell. Even though the job was not well done, if you go to Shell, they find out say just one part of the road was maintained, the other part of the road is not completed. Yeah. So all of these things that this bombing, I don't draw the attention of the director of the SLR in Freetown and say this bombing the whole day. Like how na make Shell, when I find way for make bombing so that people then will able ease the transport will able move in a safer way. So to me, even if the president don't appoint new people, of course, Abu Naina, the chairman for the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority, we don't know what Abu they can do. But I tell you, say, I am not hopeful for how we get a better transport system in this country because we have been in the transport sector. This is my 11th year in the transport sector as a stakeholder in the transport sector. We're not seeing anything to move forward. So me, we get a lot for do. Like every December, we organize activities every December. We get what they call for clear the area them. Usai motokade the park. Then stagnant motokade. It not happened for the past 2 years. It not happened. Right. So we don't know what's going to happen.
So since you don't touch on the area of them motokade them, then stationary them, you know, mutka the way you just park na the road, for example, get broke down and other things, then Victor come to you. This na December, and at time this way people and they really yakbana the road. You know, drivers them they run for go upline, make them trip them quick and come back with people where they run for go do their holiday them. We they experience a lot of accidents. Recently we see accidents of Steady Bongo, yeah. Although that one they get boku explanation, but waiting me pick out of that then the fact say. The road, that example we see in that video, now the fact say, the road when we took them, they get breakdown. They not get reflector. They not get a reflector vest. They not get the reflector, the triangle. They not get nothing. All waiting and go end up for put na grass. And when the road dark, and then you go put grass, now by God in power no more now. How you feel say all of them when they are for working out together, especially starting from this December, for reduce the amount of accidents because accidents and don't really boku. If you now like na swear on our waiting.
For me, I mean, as I can say, I come with a different perspective from not opposing perspective, but a different perspective from a civil society activist, and I'll tell you why. Because me a highway and transportation engineer, and I'm a transport man. So for now, December na a challenging period. If we look at road transport statistics, accident statistics, since I was involved with the police for years for developed statistics, December na time where they get high rates of accident. Why? Because people are hyper. You understand? This festive season they come. All man want make money. People want travel, all man they in a hurry. And one of the main causes of accidents, now human error. What they do accident, either through willful submission, which means you know they obey traffic rules, or omission, you ignore other things. So me they look at how can we make it better? If we look at road safety, how do we reduce accidents? Right? From a highway and a transportation engineering terms of point of view. We get what we call 4 E's, where they do look at accident. Number one, the key thing is education. When they talk about education, we talk about formal education and informal education. And then when they do education, you get a target group. One, how do we train our drivers? How do we give license? Because you can forget a set system for trained drivers, because the law requires, say, if you go under the Road Traffic Regulation 2011, Section 31, it tells you the skills them and the tests we driver and get a license. Are we doing it? If we get time, okay, list all one and they. Then also education for schools. You understand? School picking there, how for cross the road. They tell me go school, we will get traffic police officer where they can't teach me the green course code. Look left, look right, look left again. If the road is clear, march. Then you get public education. When are the role of the CSOs them and also media. So that's now one side. They all look at engineering. Engineering when I'm in your area, now how do they design the road them? For instance, now we see say they don't put overhead bridge. Almost people and they use the overhead bridge then they. Because they put the overhead bridge then they for pedestrians there, for cross. We see them then at the place, they say na innovation. Even the way they design them, some of the things where some of we comment, they not design them for even people that way now wheelchair users. You know, get ramp. You understand? The safety implication. So when you do engineering, even when things like pavement design, you know, they design junctions. Not to talk about which traffic light where they don't put. The less I say, the better. Then at the engineering solution. Then you talk about enforcement. When they talk about enforcement, now the institutions, we get 3 institutions the way they pay enforcement. We get the police, we get the road safety traffic cops, we get city council metropolitan police. Till like parking resort. For instance, we do a traffic plan. Then big lorry them. How they control them? Then the way they transport containers. Things like axle load. Because, for instance, you get for way then lorry then they, before then they come on at the port, they do it. Are we still doing that? Because when the lorry heavy, the driver not properly trained, enable maneuver that vehicle they get problem. Then we get the last one where they talk the environment. And when they talk about environment, they talk about climate change as well. The environment outside the transport they operate. One of the key concerns, now vehicle exhaust emission. We get laws in our country for vehicle exhaust emission. You know, so when lorry they pull smoke, it obstruct the view of other lorry there. Now they cause accident. So these are the things that we'll get for look at. Let's look at the solution. We know the problems, but let's look at the solution and let's get the institutions and work together and let the institution they be accountable to the public. If they're not accountable to the public, then we will still get all them problems. That's not me own view.
Okay, so let me count you inside Talaba. Yeah, you there na the civil society side, and on are so much particular for talk about the issue. So tell me now, what you feel say the work of una go be now for make we reduce the number of accidents where they happen inside we country right now? Because not only December, it don't they happen, you know, all of the months then, but just that November, December, like Victor say, it can really high.
Yes, of course, we get a role we will play in the transport sector, provided our presence. But most times, the activity of the civil society is not acknowledged in the transport sector because we are not involved. I tell you, say, for the past 3 or 4 years, when they all meeting at the transport sector, you know, they call Road Safety Watch as a civil society for the part of the discourse where they discuss on national issues. And we don't ask the Ministry of Transport, we don't ask the SLRSA, say why we not bring we organization on board. Because we organization legally, we supposed for the part of the transport discourse. As the road safety policy say, it is a responsibility for we get a civil society organization where they part of the transport management. Even when they appoint board members, they know they appoint the civil society. Even when they draft the Public Transport Act.
So the question is, if they not invite una, because waiting at the area, they know they invite we, they know they call we, they know they be part of we don't see this they happen a lot of time with the civil society organization. The way they make when they don't bring and come inside, they waiting at the role waiting for the play for actually talk about certain things there, they're not able because waiting most of una concern about now how una for be part of the system and then una self gets where how una to go about una daily. The question is how una go do with or without una involvement in that for make sure say the road is safe for we all.
We like in 2017-18, we be take a national sensitization. We be doing na Freetown, we do sensitization at Upgun, we do sensitization at Eastern Police, we do sensitization at Lumley roundabout. In December, that was 2016. We do in 2016, we do in 2017, we do in 2019. And you can only take some of them sensitization activities. They are provided, you are provided with phone. And from the last year we write phone, we undertake the same activities. We forward with proposal to the lead institution, the SLRSA, and say there is no fund for them able to support we. So like I say, we for take we activities and we don't do one. Like what they do so right now through this program where they do so, now another impact where they create, now another contribution where they create for address national issues. So we don't do one, but like I say, then therefore going to see the importance of bringing the civil society into the national discourse.
So the question now for you, the question for you now, I don't know.
Say impacts not good in waiting.
I don't know if that word where they can say you know they bet the finger where they feed you applicable to this one. Why are they ask you said this question plenty time? Now the same question they ask you again and again. Yeah, if you don't be part of the system na in the fund you. If the system they go wrong, you go able for talk.
Okay, me King Taliban, I've been a civil society activist for 20 good years. Now this go wrong, and they speak in a very very clear manner. And I believe saying one of the challenges the world don't face as a civil society activist in this country because for the fact that as I don't stand for the truth, I don't get a lot of challenges where they affect me work as a civil society activist. Like this one I explained so now one. I'm not going to expect for let me get a significant role where I don't play. Then because I stand for the truth and they speak for the truth, when it comes into national issues, they know they call me on board. So the question is there in place. And I'm not going to tell you lie, brother. I mean, you know, somebody we don't in the transport sector, you know very well how many you know they jam up for discuss national issues. You know very well. So, but the fact of the reality is, this is Sierra Leone. We have to stand in the interest of Sierra Leone. Not to everybody they sell in country for Kokoyebe. Not to everybody they sell in prestige for Kokoyebe. We believe say the green, white, and blue is bigger than any other institution at Sierra Leone. So if we make the effort for us to move the green, white, and blue, then and we see there is an obstacle, we don't get problem with that. We go continue for do we work on social media, and I make we don't have the social media, we don't have the mainstream media. For do we work voluntarily, they give me money, they don't give me money, we always do we work. So we are ready to move on, and we are moving on. As a civil society activist, we're ready for take we activity in the interest of all Sierra Leoneans. So this Christmas season, the head of the enforcement units at the SLRSA, when Director Kaitonge, if you don't promise say, if they put a proposal, if they approve the proposal, then go bring we on board, including we on organization. So we are still waiting. We still await on that day. Let's see how that get for be realistic. But we are always ready, and we are always there for the interest of Sierra Leoneans.
Okay. Victor, I'll bring you inside. You know, I love waiting, you know, at the from Tala Bar. You know, very interesting. I'd ask you the same question. If you actually now civil society like Tala they say, in the speak to the issue, and now considerately they look at how therefore include them into the SLISA, how therefore fund them for do their work and other things then. Tell me, what do you take on this?
Well, actually, to be honest with you, I know Taliban very well. I commend people like that on the ground when an activist. I know the strains the way they go through. I know the constraints. I know how the challenges the way they get. So, and then they do a good job. But I tell you something. They say one thing, another pick loss, right? And when they talk about road safety and the people that involved, now one people then where would they forget? You understand? Other sources then of getting support and funding. Me, they talk about the stakeholders there. Now, if you look at the stakeholders, then they generate a lot of money, right? What I mean by the stakeholders, I can give you figures. Take Okada. We get almost 25,000 Okada in the Western region. And then they collect 2,000 from the members every day. You take Keke, they do the same. You take Drivers Union, they do the same. You take Pura and Welfare Organization, they do the same. So, if civil society can combine and work with their stakeholders, right? Separate from government, because then people didn't get interest. Right? Now they're not the problem, because they need to work together. And their institutions and they have been politicized. Right? They've been politicized. And they know they work in the interest of membership. So if we can get them people and they to work with civil society, then can generate a lot of funds and support separate from government for do what's in the happen. But for getting people like that to work together, none of the problem. Because for instance now, from my own experience, I've worked with them. The owners then, they know they work with the drivers then. And also the government, like Toka cities, they play divide and rule. You understand? Then they play divide and rule. Then they take one institution like motor drivers, they will say, now we're not the primary institution. Right? And even now look at this SLPTA. One of the things I raised, the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority, going at the act, I can challenge everybody. The act. Look who that and then at the board. You get Keke, you get Okada, you get Drivers Union. The owners, the one way they going to put they're not in at the board. The passenger welfare people, they're not in at the board. So if the man will get motorcar, not provide motorcar, driver go get work. So this divide and rule, right? Now they cause the problem. It there between civil society and it there among the stakeholders. Until we all come together, you know, like how Dr. Labi said, Sierra Leone and we all Leone. In a law help we set for make Sierra Leone. That is the problem. Right? You said no, this is not the last of the year. They said salt not the presence of na soup. I know what I did to set up Waka Fine. What's happened? You go know. You know what's happen. You got people going all around. Yeah, give me bad name. But now truth no don't come on at all. But does that stop me from working in Sierra Leone? No, I'm still doing that. So it's a challenge. But no, they say all things are not equal. Anyway, I'm a professional. I make a lot of money in consultancy. I can afford to do pro bono work. But for Mr. Taliba, he cannot. So he can be innovative in forming in partnership for make sure say he get the resources we want for doing work. It is not just from government.
There you go. Advice. So now this will be me concern, you know, because when you continuously the focus on government, you know, government will give you the first term, but when they find out say you're very critical, then they hold their hand, they're not they give again. Because they don't want you near, they don't want for you to be critical, rather they want for you to do the same thing with them, dance to the tune, and then move on like paddy, because they know say Pussy and Rata not the meet up one side. But anyway, as a way for wrap up the program.
Exactly.
As a way for wrap up the program, let's go again to you, Talaba. Waiting you want for left with we inside the program this morning with regards to what we don't discuss.
Yes. In the first instance, I want to appreciate the impact going around the
You did it?
I want to appreciate the impact when I only play in terms of national issues. You know, this program, a wide listening program across the world. People that they listen to this program, people that they follow up the program on how they discuss and when they analyze national issues there. And to be candid enough, some of them kind of program they are if we continue for go to improve on them. Believe me, we will contribute for move this country forward. And road safety watch and transport management, one of that issues I think say it is very, very important for we all put hands together. It's very, very important for we put hands together, for we move this country forward. And brother, I got Mengot, of course, I know what you mean. In 2020, a partnership with the Insurance Commission, following move activities across the country, will not be able to get support at all. I write letter, I forward them to the Insurance Commission. The Insurance Commission's promise we say they will call we, follow we engage, state they don't ever bother call we. And I believe say the Insurance Commission and it work with all insurance companies in our salon. So they even get the opportunity for such support from the insurance company. They may say, let me take a national activity in the interest of promoting road safety. But what is important here is the lead institution in Sierra Leone for maintain and promote road safety now the SLRSA. And the SLRSA gets support even from international level. Support there from the World Bank. They get the opportunity for such kind of support and they. But what you don't observe for the past 3 years with the SLRSA has not been impactful for the past 3 years. That is quite obvious, that is quite fact, and that is a hard fact. Reverend Smart Sanesi, we don't did it for the past 3 years. It on the globe will say the institution will get money. Every now and then the globe will say the institution will get money. Well, I don't know if how the institution they make money today, not to so the institution they make money again. So it is very, very difficult for we move forward because we know what he mean. Yeah. And looking at this festive season as promised by the director for the enforcement units, when Director Kaitonge, we still wait because every year we plan to do the activity there, but for the past 2 years we not do one. And this year is still promised we say we do one. But mind you, we are almost entering at the end of Christmas, so we don't know when we get for start the activity there. But we are playing our role. And we go like this one, they do so, this interview, now one of the role they do, and we promise say by next year, we go try for we expand relationship with city council, other institutions, allow see how best to be able to get support because today, what will be the right of city council by then? That was 2019, 2020, we get support from city council. But it says small, we get support from city council. They say the government will say money not there. But we believe say until next year, government will put more emphasis in addressing transport issues. But one thing where we want to talk now, we're very important. I draw the attention of the government for say the fuel the price of the fuel the government need for put and down as minimum as 20 leos. We dey still lay emphasis on that. This price where this fuel for the past 1 year, enough fear at all, enough fear to the city. And not just only the fuel, the government has the toll gates back to over 100%. They were not thing that were not correct, they were not thing that were not fine, and they were not thing that were they affect the layman of the country. You come, you meet toll gates, 18 million for boss, now you essan to 40 million. But that's wickedness. That's human wickedness, Sandy. You come, you meet people that they pay toll gates, 2 million, you essan 5 million. This is unfair. This is completely unfair, and we therefore continue for talker because now that's why they affect the transport business in the country.
All
so
right.
if let me say, then people are where they don't have points for come inside me, they tell you say, I know that's no hope because the same people are where they have points where they don't exist. Now they can't ace the toll gates, now they can't ace the fuel price, now they can't ace the license. Now you go imagine motorcar license. If you not get 2 million, you can't access vehicle license. You go imagine all of these things, all of the negative things inside the transport sector. Where are we heading to? These are the questions. Is where we they ask as a civil society activist. Where are we taking the road safety in Sierra Leone? Where are we taking it? Because we don't see any positive strides in terms of road safety.
Thank you very, very much. Okay, so we go over to you, Victor, for your wrap-up message.
Okay, me on wrap up what I go say. Just like they say, me don't do the transport industry for over 4 decades. Right? And I can say, in Africa, we get a parable say, when an old man dies, a whole library is lost. I'll continue for the way they do on them platform. Like, obviously, we had called me, then give me time. I will talk about road safety issue. I don't go on liberty. I get me on program where they do every Sunday. So one now for educate people them. And let me make complaint to people them. I don't do pro bono work for the police. Right? For over 4 years as advisor traffic management and road safety. I work with I continue to work with them. Even up till now, I work with the Poda and Bus Owners Association. And me on service where they provide, now for link institutions together, help improve the management structure and the regulation. I liaise with Parliament, I monitor parliamentary regulations. So I'll continue for give me services to the country. Well, I don't expect everybody for behave like me. We're all different. But we'll continue for work with government covertly for make sure say they do the right thing.
All right.
And they engage Parliament, and I hope say some of my contribution will make a difference. I don't make a lot of difference. Because I know the work that I don't do in a salon, both as a consultant for World Bank and as a pro bono advisor to many organizations. And we'll continue for the do advocacy for a lot of people understand the system and a lot make salon better.
All right.
And I hope say one of the things I will for tell people that way, I don't know. I know the insurance commissioner, not that the man in charge of SLICO. One of the good things, not talk about the good thing, not all the bad thing no more for the talk about. Yeah. One thing I want to know, we don't get a new number now. When a star 9292 hash, where that number there you can use any network for checking if any vehicle get insurance, right? Because now I know say even to Okada and Keke, let people and keep that number there and make sure so when they enter vehicle, check if that vehicle they get insurance. Because if you get insurance, you get them, you go able to trace Sudan at the owner for the Bambai tomorrow. So the watchword is self-awareness. Make sure say you know that they travel with, make sure say the driver know they drink and drive, and make sure say you can check say because if the driver or the rider get insurance, it means say he get license because you never get insurance without license. So self-help, self-safety. Now I will tell people then for look out for reduce the risk this Christmas and hopefully beaucoup people are not going to involve in accident.
All right. Thank you very much, Victor Akumengot, and thank you very much, King Capre Talaba, for want to take on a time for joining inside the program this morning. We appreciate your time and wish you a very good day. Alright, so as well want for tell you we watch the program. Plenty thank you for where you take your time for joining me inside the show today. And you will not like and share the program, please consider for do so before you go. Okay, my name is Nasembe. If you don't fight until we meet again some other time by God in power, I want for say God bless you country Sierra Leone, where we they call we are. Thank you, and bye.
Thank you.
From Salon we rise, why aren't we to shine? Bringing light, holding truth, we the fight for time. 4 years strong, we stand proud. For the people we voice, we love. But in the offices, corruption they grow. Presidents and first ladies, secrets we know. Fatima Bio, in name they call. Money to move, but no truth at all. Speaker Bundu, allegations they fly. Clerk of Parliament, caught in the lie. But we are noble tongue.